Hi, Sagittarius. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. I've got your scroll here, made in your name and essence, and we'll see what the rorschach reveals. Shapes and symbols that speak to our psyche and psychic senses. This is what will ignite our session today as we explore your aura. I'll also add on some tarot and oracle in a spirit box in a few minutes, adding in a little bit of that afterlife edition. All right, Sages, Sagittarius, if you want to take a moment with me, let's release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Sages, thank you for holding space for me to share my insights. Remember, you are the creator that connects the dots. I feel like I'm fishing. For something, Sages. Something that you care about. It's like a heartbeat. I see the fishing line like a heart monitor. I'm also seeing a staff. It's almost like, is there a show or a movie where the staff has a personality? And I can see it's almost like if it was a cane, the cane would start talking to me. I'm also seeing airing out some sort of carpet. Like, just airing out a carpet. I don't know if you're having a conversation that's airing things out, maybe even just through your thoughts or journaling or clarifying what it is that you want. Old dust and debris. Yeah, it's making me feel like I just, like hidden things that are dragging me down, Sages. That's what it's making me feel like anyway. I'm also seeing Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon. And two, I feel like there's a conversation. Somebody might be talking to spirit. There's actually three spirits that kind of like hover in your aura. Like if I'm seeing like the density, we'll add on the spirit box. We're here for Sagittarius. If I'm the density, they're hovering just about here, but they get closer and closer. I don't know if they're family or spirit guides. One looks like a duck. I feel like there's a lot of luck coming in. If you haven't already felt like luck is on your side. Oh, that was a lot. Oh my goodness, look, there's piles. The maiden and the shaman.
No thanks.
Gnosis, the king, and the orphan. We'll set these out here. I'm being brought back into the king. The seed is on the bottom. To the fishing. The king is fishing, and there's something about the bait. And when I'm in this state of fishing and I'm putting up my reel, I reach a certain state like gnosis. The shaman energy of the sages, it's almost like I cast out what it is that I desire, and I will move through different experiences to bring this about, to manifest as I'm like gathering pieces of it. But it's like when I cast it, this state of gnosis comes over me. And the shaman within, if I may, trust to receive from the universe that it will all come together. And there's those three spirits again. There are three spirits, and that pearl is with the king right there.
Down.
Yeah, down there. And then we have the maiden and the orphan. One of the spirits might be a child that's reaching out to you if you have lost a child or miscarriage or anything like that. Spirit of a child. Felt weird. There they are as well, coming together. It's like I'm seeing two animals from very different, like one's a mammal, one's a reptile, and they're coming together and they're kissing. I don't know if you're combining something from a creative space or a relationship, like you come from two different backgrounds, two different worlds, ways of being from parents or tradition, and you're bringing them together for magic, really, is what it's feeling like. If it's a creative endeavor, I'm being brought back to that staff or cane that talks to me like another little voice. There's lots of kissing. And I don't mean in a smooch romantic way. And maybe it is for some people, but it's not how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it in relation to two pieces always coming together and meeting. And cards are coming out in threes and in chunks in general. Six of Inspiration, Queen of Materials, and Eight of Inspiration.
What is your name?
Leave these off to the side here. So it's very, very chilly here today in Canada. Okay, the way I'm seeing it is...
Offended.
No need to be offended. The king is casting out. The king of your psyche, the king of your energies. And they're casting out. And that state comes over the male energy, gnosis, trust, the shaman, drawing things in, knowing their spirit's also working to help manifest this. And as the king light goes in from this active state to this gnosis, and then the female energy steps forward, the queen, the materials, and she starts drawing things in all around your aura, sages, drawing things in. And you decide what aligns, what doesn't. What aligns, what doesn't.
Cat.
It's all very, very magical. There's, what I'm seeing here, there's like a shark. Like there's the king, if I may. Is there gates to something? Is somebody moving? Somebody thinking about moving, Sagittarius, or something about residence of where maybe you do something.
Don't come in.
Maybe you're blocking something. Not blocking, but it's a boundary. Like these gates are, please don't bother me. I'm behind the gates because I'm doing something. Oh, I'm in the state of gnosis. The female energy casts out and works with that. Like, it takes the reins from that space. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, can move the line around that the king cast out, slow and steady. Some sort of cycle, something that you committed to.
School.
Could be in relation to school, sages, for sure. Okay, so it's bringing me back to seeing magic prayer. Sorry, magic prayer's on the bottom.
Basement.
Golden Palace. This is where the gates are too.
Silly.
And it's a little bit hidden. There's a teacher. There's a teacher around you, sages. I don't know if you're the teacher or it's in like the astral realm, different landscape maybe. There's a teacher. And you know that saying,
Christian.
like, feed a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish, and he'll eat forever.
Front.
I don't know if it's what role you're in, or if you change it out depending on what context and channel, if it's personal, professional, this, that, or the other. It's like in some ways, in some of those channels, you might be the teacher, and you know how to fish and feed and fend for yourself. And in other channels, could also be other dimensions or realms, you are learning. Well, I'm going to flip it to when it here sages.
How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you? There's lots of little smooshes happening, like little kisses everywhere. Something very, very endearing. I think a lot of this has to do with the maiden and the orphan in spirit. I don't know if you hear feel like little wisps of kisses from, it doesn't have to be from a child, but from spirit in general. It's almost like I can see different placements, means they're from different people, and quite specifically on the two cheeks and then on the forehead, like a forehead kiss or a wisp, a right cheek or a left cheek.
Silly.
It's endearingly silly.
I hear you.
Is somebody talking to spirit? This golden palace. Spiral of creation. I'm not undoing. Any lines that were mixed up before in regards to
Sing.
what may held me up, or it's like, I don't know why it's coming through in this fishing analogy, because I don't know a whole lot about fishing, but like maybe if sometimes the line gets mucked up or something, or I don't know, wound up, and it's like being cast out quickly, slow and steady, brought back in. Thank you. The perfection of your life. And what do you feel? See the apples and oranges? It's reminding me of, oh my goodness,
Married.
the 3 kisses I was just talking about. You might be married. Working through the male and female energies, even if those are external. No, we're not necessarily in the aura of your internal energies, but external partners, people, places, things. A lot of 3s around you and 12s. I'm seeing someone teaching someone how to walk. You know, like if you're holding the hands of a babe. Now, these aren't human creatures that I'm seeing.
Who is he?
But they're still doing the same.
Alexander.
Expression. It could even be dancing, like having fun. Like dancing. Because I'm seeing like a rocking back and forth. Like, we're dancing. Sorry if there's a pause. I don't mean to be so unentertaining for the YouTube algorithm. But take a deep breath with me. Maybe give it a like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff.
Love.
And we'll keep going here. I'm seeing a kangaroo with really long legs, like this ability to pounce, but in a particular way, not in a scattered way. Like I'm pouncing with strength.
Murdered.
I'm also seeing not a claw, it's a hook. It could be a scorpion or crab hook, but I'm seeing it as a hook, like from Peter Pan hook.
Hand. Traitor.
Somebody get their hooks in you, or vice versa. Always assuming responsibilities within ourselves first before blaming anyone elsewhere. Okay, so this hook thing is what I'm seeing is like attached to a being riding a chariot type thing that almost has like the Cerebus Hades dogs on it, and they're attached to this being in the center that is of both dark and light. So sages, I don't know if you're definitely resonating with that, knowing your light and knowing your dark, and they depending on who's viewing, including myself, depending on who's viewing me, they will see the shade according in reflection to theirs. But there's something around your legs. There's something around your legs. Is it trying to hold me back? I shouldn't say your legs. I'm feeling it. Like, is there something trying to chain me? Is it this cycle? Is it why I'm casting out from this king space and I don't let somebody in my golden palace? I don't know if somebody wants to get closer to me and I'm like, no, but I can't, something about
Dirty.
like hurry, in a hurry. I can't just rush out in a hurry. I need to remain wise and responsible. So when I leave, I leave. Or when I'm done, I'm done. It could also be in regards to a job, right? Like, I can't just pick up and leave. I need to do this
Sailor.
to protect and perfect my future. That begins now. Sailor. There might be a sailor in somebody because it's been very fishing oriented.
Want.
I'm moving up like some sort of escalator. I'm moving up some sort of escalator right now.
Brave.
7 of submersibles and Lady of airships.
Hello.
Hello.
Inmate.
Somebody might be feeling imprisoned by a job or a relationship or something like that. But I almost want to say, like, you can cast that thought or a very real reality and sit with it and like reach that state before you make a move. Draw other things into you, and something about trusting
Love.
the universe, even
Where
of
am I?
the dark, because the dark is also a
Recorder.
reflection. Oh, very interesting. But I'm on this escalator moving up. I'm on this escalator moving up towards bigger and better things. I can blatantly see it. And it's funny, if I look at these bigger and better things, one part of me wants to say, oh, they're so big and scary, like it just looks so big, it's overwhelming. And then the other part of me is like, but that's like,
Graveyard.
as if someone's like going from the field to management or an executive, like you've been working towards it. And some might be in a moment of, is this actually what I wanted, what I was working towards? Or maybe you're in school and you've been studying this, whatever this thing is, whatever this topic is, and you want to shift directions. You're like, oh my goodness, this is not what I want to do for my future. No harsh or hash reactions. Do it really responsibly, because it will protect and perfect your future. The suspension tank and messenger of submersibles, both fire and water, are coming through at the same time for me. If there is some sort of indecision or unknown, whether it's school, relationship, etc.
Dirty.
Yeah, I feel like at some point in time, maybe, somebody has done you dirty and you resonate with that, or you kind of feel stuck in the mud. You thought you were growing towards something you wanted, and
What is the date?
you might
I'm
want to
coming.
change your mind. The 3 of Leviathans and the Ace of airships.
Forward.
I do see you moving on. I do see you moving forward and balanced. Blimp is not quick to take off, right? It glides.
Doomed.
What is that? Switch into glide. No. Switch into glide. I think it's a song anyway. Switch into glide. I can get the tune or the tone, but that's okay. I'm going to come back to your Rorschach sages, and we'll get ready to close out if there's any other messages for Sagittarius. Thank you for being my muse. As always, like, share, subscribe. Links are below if you'd like your own Rorschach in a reading. Donate to the channel, all that kind of good stuff. Smudging ceremony. Is that what I was seeing up there? Is there like a cleansing of concepts? I keep coming back to, like, if I was in school, I want to change. If I'm in a relationship, I might be feeling confined. Smudging ceremony. Ancient forest and song of the wild. Thank you. So remember when I was talking about that elevator, escalator, and I was seeing like these beings up at the top, and just by sheer perspective, they can look a lot bigger, scarier, unknown, very mysterious. And this helps me understand like where the wild things are. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie or read the book. But that's what it reminds me of. And it's like in this forest where I was seeing the trees and the spirits are all around. I want to say, sages, you are one of the wild things. You're one of the wild things. And if you might be in a channel that feels confined, check your perspective first, right? Are you viewing it from a low space and giving it more power? What can you do to elevate or change your mind? Change your mind. But to really own the understanding when you cleanse and change, which is completely whatever changes you are making, it's just done well versus rebellious. The number 3 is massive. So I don't know if that's 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. Slow and steady. It does happen. I'm seeing a horse, and now I'm seeing 3 doubled 6 spirits, and they plank you as you're on this escalator going up. They're supporting you on either side. No matter which way you decide, you're supported. And I want to come, as we're closing out, all the way back to the beginning, to the king and the queen, which you have both the king and the queen here.
Blood.
Could be parents as well, if you need to talk to your parents. Or your guardian people, your prominent people. That you respect their words, their opinions, their thoughts. They don't have to be parents, but they're also, in some circumstances, maybe you need to check in with them. Nothing rash. I keep hearing nothing rash. The state of casting out what it is you want, and then bringing in the female aspect to bring nutrients to it. And then the king will cast it in. Is it cast it in? Reel it in? Reel it in? Okay, sages. Thank you so much for being my muse. It has been my honor. As always, as we have explored your aura, I feel like I'm stumbling over my my words today. But that's okay. Let it be blessed. Especially if you're going through this and you can resonate. Yeah, there might be a few stumblings. All right, little man. Thank you. And until next time, bye.